Well, up next we have, is this a game or is this like a set, like
This
the
is a
next
set of
set of
games. I'm
games?
gonna go through these pretty quickly. I have literally so much capture footage of these games, so
Okay, PLAYISM games.
yeah, play some
Tell me
games.
about what this is about.
All right, first off, Phantom Rose 2 Sapphire. It's a deck building Hades-esque dungeon crawling turn-based RPG game. You play a girl who is woken up by a cat, and you have to deck build your way as you try to escape a school filled with like weird creatures that are trying to murder you. Pretty cool actually, like really a lot of fun. Timing wise, with like how your different cards go out. Magic is purely support. So support abilities, whether it's like your shield or your health recovery, those are just for that. That's that category. And then your attacks are like your different like physical or like different physical attacks that you have with like different weapons and stuff that you pick up. Um, all card based, all very cool. You can only carry so many cards, so when you get to a rest area, you have to like drop whatever cards you have on you that are in excess, and it's all very very cool.
Okay.
Next up is Eden Schematica. This one is a point and click adventure or detective game with a cyber Frankenstein vibe. Keyword based solution. So when you're looking around, you pick up keywords from things that you find and say, and then you use that to solve puzzles and whatnot.
Okay.
Next up is a star named Eos. This one is a point and click puzzle game revolving around maternal themes and photography. Seems very chill vibes as far as that, but it has a lot of like there's a depthness to this game, like a depth to it that I think is actually very interesting, and I think like I would like to enjoy more going forward. Also, the puzzles are very open ended, not complicated, but very open ended. And so, as you find more and more pieces to solve those puzzles, things just start clicking automatically as you've been exploring and trying to figure them out anyway.
Okay.
Um, Metalbringer, which is a voxel art rogue-like action focused on level exploration and horde mechanics. It is very, very good. Also, they have an Easter egg in there for the original Mobile Suit Gundam, where you get to have the original Char Anzabal's helmet as a choice for your like character that gets created in the game to kind of act as an avatar for the main character. Because they can't leave like where they're at, so you have to go out. So you create this to kind of like go out and explore for you. And I completely like formatted everything outfit wise and giant robot wise because you can hop in giant robots to move around faster and do like take on more hordes of enemies. Red Comet wise, like people who know, if you know, you know, Char Ball Red Comet themed everything, and I had a blast playing it. It was really really good.
Okay. All that just over my head.
All good. Next up was Break Arts 3. This was actually the game that got me interested in checking them out. It is a third-person racing and combat mech game that has a real depth of customization from what they teased, although they only let you choose one of two units. But from what you could tell from it, it's highly customizable. And it works off of a points-based system where it's not just whether you're racing or doing combat, which either mode you're choosing to do, everything revolves around points. The racing is intricate because getting first place means your team gets like a number of points. But depending on how many mechs were destroyed by your team, that gives you additional points and takes points away from the other team. So coming in first and like going just fast all the time isn't always the solution because you can still, even if you come in first, your team can come in last.
Okay.
And then the next game that I played from them, which is the last game I'll talk about from them, is Fight Crab 2. I was not expecting this game to be an absolute banger. It absolutely is. It has an incredibly deep pet raising fighting. It's a pet raising system with fighting game mechanics in it. You literally dress up as a person in like full suit of armor, and like your weapon that you have strapped to your back is one of those like crab, like scooping things that you have from restaurants. And you basically like help your crab. You ride a crab and you try to tip the other crabs over on their backs for a three count. So it also has like some wrestling elements in there. What's crazy is how photorealistic all the crustaceans are. It's wild and it's cool and it's fun, and it's just a rampaging good time. I can't recommend it highly enough.
Okay.
There are yeah.
So this is a weird. It's in the vein of Goat Simulator, kind of like non sequitur nonsensicalness, but also just a fighting game.
A fighting game that is like has a deep like stat pet raising system in it. I cannot recommend this game enough. It's kind of wild how good this game is. Also, when you start playing, an anime girl randomly pops up, and that's the only place she's ever in, is like to help you in the main like tutorial menus, and like help you manage your like your crab system. It's weird. It's super weird, super Japanese, super weird, and I freaking loved it. It was awesome.
All right. All right. Did you play the first Fight Crab?
No, I have no idea what the first Fight Crab's about.
Okay.
Oh, and shout out to PLAYISM. They were super accommodating to help me with the capture stuff. We're like whatever I needed to do to get capture going for it, they were totally on board with and helped me out a ton. So
cool.